We capture love, joy, and grace. Every frame they speak your face.
Hello, distinguished audience. Today is quite a very pleasing day. Today is quite interesting for a few reasons. First is the fact that we are alive and God has given us the privilege to be here. Second is that I have you over there listening to me right now. And the third is that I have a very dignified guest on today's episode of our Voice Podcast. And like you know, our Voice Podcast is powered by I-95 Media brand. And generally we sell devices. Yes, we sell camera, drones, tripods, anything that will make your content creation or media services professional. That's what we do. We also do event coverage and the likes. I'm very much excited because of what I will be dealing on today, the subject we have on our table, and the man that I have in the studio to do justice to this discussion. When we come back from this short break, I'll let him meet my guest. Welcome back to the program. In case you're just joining us, this is Our Voice Podcast. The man I have in this studio is a very dignified man, and if you've been following us on this podcast, you would understand that I'm very particular about progressive minds. I'm very particular about, even though he's pretty much older, but young people who are successful and who can think out of the box. I have Honorable Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi, and I'm going to give you a few of his CV. He is the Special Assistant to the ADC Youth Leader on Contact and Mobilization. He is the Southeast Zonal Coordinator of ADC Youth Wing, the Victory Walk. He is also the Legislative Aide to the House of Reps member, representing the good people of Idemili North and South. That's what it's called, the good people of... Welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
The honor is mine. I didn't add that you're also a very strong spiritual person. Most times when people hear spiritual, they think, but I will get into that.
Yes.
Let me start this way, Honorable. Who is Honorable Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi?
A humble man, a dedicated servant of God, a politician, an apostle, a man who wants things to work in Nigeria. Having visited all the continents of the world,
Wow.
to the glory of God. A man who wants justice for the downtrodden, for the common man. Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi is simply a young, successful businessman, a successful politician, an aspiring national leader, a man who follows with every sense of humility. I don't know how else to classify me, but I see life as coming to glorify the name of God. Not just about personal gains, personal successes. Well, I think personal aggrandizement comes with low self-esteem. Yes.
Okay. Let me inject this, because while you are trying to let us understand who you are, you mentioned that spiritual aspect I spoke about earlier, being an apostle and having this prophetic insight.
Yes.
Myself being a Christian, there's been this kind of controversy around priests,
yes,
being directly involved in politics. So how do you manage this?
Okay. Having been born into the family of the late Colonel Nwobosi, my father used to be a military man, a soldier. He was a participant in the first coup of January 15, 1966. I attended Regina Mundi. I attended, I had my early school days in the Catholic schools. I went to the seminary. Yes, from my mother's womb, I had this anointing. It was shown early. I knew I was called by God to raise dead remnants.
To raise dead remnants?
Yes. So I know I have a role to play in this world, not just in Nigeria, or the African globe. So while doing this, I also found out I have passion for politics. I want to make things work for people. I want to I want to touch lives in multitudes. And if you have to do this, you would agree with me that the only platform to do this and reach out to a quite number of persons is politics. So I ventured into politics way back in 2006.
That's really
Yes, way back in 2006. And with the help of my father and the help of the late Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu,
wow.
yes, I started quite early and I learned from the best. Yes.
So you got into politics while these heroes were around.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they gave you a pat on the back and supported you politically.
Yes. I followed with keen interest, and I was able to maneuver the murky waters of politics using the spiritual directions,
Okay.
because I hear God clearly. I've never made mistakes in politics.
Wow.
Yes. Even though politics is man-made, but this is you bringing humanity to divinity.
You know, having this conversation with you as early as it is, you are beginning to play into my mind very seriously, right? And I'm very much aware.
Yeah.
Like while I was rolling out your some of your qualification, right? I'm aware that you have consistently journeyed with a man I call the Igbo principal, political principal at the moment, because
Yeah.
you know, the late
Yeah.
Dim is no longer around. What will you say about our political system and how just the system is? When you say you've not made political mistake and you've been following His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi,
Yeah.
do you think the experiences even in the past presidential election, was it supposed to be seen as a mistake? And
Well, I think failure or a loss in political when you go into a political election and you lose, I don't call that loss a failure. It is actually a part of success. Yes. And I would want you to take this home. Mr. Peter Obi will be a president of Nigeria someday. Yes. I know this as I know my name. Now, you talked about the Igbo leader. I follow men who breathe life into possibilities. Yes.
sorry, men who breathe life into possibility.
Yes.
Okay.
I follow men who don't just tell you that you have a bright future, but inject resilience.
Exactly.
Yes. I follow men who build institutions. I don't follow men because of the crumbs that may fall out or whatever thing that could be an immediate
Benefit.
benefit. I follow men who have vision, long vision, sustainable vision. I follow men who have transition plans. I follow men who have plans for younger generations. I don't follow men because the crowd follow them. No.
You know, during the past election, 2023 election, which happened the way it happened, even if some persons until this day believe that that election was hijacked,
Yes.
not just rigged.
Yes.
Aside that, you know, I'm very much aware that some youths, because at the time it was not really about His Excellency wanting to be president, it was about a majority of the masses wanting to have him as the president. And when it happened the way it happened, I'm very much aware that some persons became very agitative.
Yes.
And he tried to pacify the masses. And some now concluded it as being that he does not have that dexterity to fight as our political gladiators would have. What would you say about that?
First of all, I want to state this categorically. I follow Mr. P2B. I'm consistent about it because he motivates others to win because of his character, because he is competent. I know a lot of Nigerians may have been disappointed about the way the election went. But trust me, having joined politics at a very early age, I used to hear, I was told that politics is a dirty game. Yes. Until I came across the man called P2B. Yes. I believe that you can still be in that dirty waters of politics and still be clean.
So invariably you are saying that Mr. P2B is a clean politician.
Well, the police and the court will tell you that one is a suspect until proven otherwise. If you tell me that Mr. P2B is a criminal, show me evidence. There's no court of the land that has found anything against him.
That's been what everybody has been saying. You know, Randy Peter spoke about it, and a few months ago, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Was it last month? Idris was at the Honors Point podcast, and that discussion was superb.
Yes.
Very, very superb. Do you think Mr. P2B is actually loved by the Igbo race? Because if you take a look at the structure of what's happening now in our political system, as we gear up for 2027, it's looking like the Igbo race, or people I would call the big weights in the Igbo race, seem to be betraying his candidacy.
Well, first of all is Mr. P2B has organic followership, and his followers are not transferable. Yes, they are not.
They are consistent.
P2B is one man that would not give you, as it were, a penny, yet you follow him diligently and you spend your money in working for him. It is because of accountability which brings access and sustainable friendship. Nigerians should be happy. Nigerians should glorify God that at this point in time we are able to witness in our own time a man called P2B. With or without the presidential office, Mr. P2B is a made businessman, a successful politician. So it is Nigerians who should be clamoring for such a man to come and lead the people,
and not him
wanting the masses to join him in liberating Nigeria. Number two, you talked about the betrayal syndrome. What is going on? I think majority of the elites would not want him.
Can you shed light on that?
Well, a man who is transparent, he is going to expose a lot of things.
Loopholes.
He's going to expose a lot of dirty things happening in the system.
So the elites would not want him to come in.
So a lot of them would not want him. That's number two. Number three, the masses. I can assure you that the masses are rightly behind the man called P2B. The reason being that as it stands right now in Nigeria, he is the only man that the ordinary man sees as the hope, the last hope of the common man. not even the judiciary. So, for people who say that the wave of 2023 will not repeat itself, I want to assure them that what is coming now is going to be a tsunami. Having Mr. Peter Obi on the ballot, it is going to sweep everybody, because now it is the so-called city boys and the 30 governors, or the 30 whatever,
31 or so now.
I think so, 31 or 32 or 30, whatever their number is, against Nigerians. And I'm telling you, it is just one vote. The governors have one vote. The city boys have one vote. And I want to also tell you this, for record purposes. I will still come back here after the election.
Wow.
None of the city boys, most especially in Anambra, will win their local government.
With what is going on in our system now, do you think the system is preparing to be just for that process? Because fact is, we can see the handwriting on the wall, a lot of rapid changes, a lot of quote unquote unjust changes, people being swept out for some other person to be swept in. Don't you think it's a way of trying to establish or build a caucus that will help to play manipulative roles for 2027?
Just like what happened in Amak election, where I was director of finance for Dr. Mo. We are seeing the handwriting on the wall. We've seen it already. Just like Dr. Mo won his election, but at the dead hour of the night, results were falsified, and they were announced eventually. We are getting ready for the 2027 election. The truth is, when there is an overwhelming vote, it will be very difficult for you to rig that, to manipulate or to rig it. But you can easily rig an election where there is a voter apathy, or when the people are not ready to defend their vote. There is hunger in the land. Nigerians are hungry.
Do you think people are actually getting ready for this election?
Yes, yes, Nigerians are getting ready.
Because something happened during the City Boys launch or whatever in Anambra State. I was present, and the fact is, I actually had to interview a number of persons there, and I discovered they would say, "A president I name my source on I go," and intelligently you could see the variance in that statement. Possibly they've been beaten into the box to eulogize this administration so they can get that thing they are getting. And that being said, is there enough sensitization going on so people can know what is right to do?
Well,
ADC, I mean.
We're coming in. We're planning the 10,000 man march, yes, across the 36 states and FCT. We're also preparing for our primaries, and after which we'll get the balls rolling. But I want you to understand that these people, these oppressors, have weaponized poverty. They've weaponized poverty so badly that people sell their birthright just to eat. I am ashamed of what is happening across the southeast. Now, I agree with my leader, and I ask the same question. Are there no boys in other regions of Nigeria?
And why call them city boys?
Well, I believe you should direct that to their president. Because they are originally city boys. And they only come back when there's something beneficial. They only come back when there's something. The city boys would not be sitting with you and I ordinarily. But I can come on Monday. You can find me on Tuesday. We can meet during the burial, New Yam festivals. We can always meet at every point. But these people will only come when it is beneficial. And after 4 years, they disappear. The so-called anchor, national anchor, in the last 4 years, how many times have you seen him in the southeast? And now we have become the beautiful bride that they are everywhere in the southeast. The Igbos are not fools. The money they are sharing, the materials, the empowerment they are doing is our patrimony. It is our money. So the people are taking what rightly belongs to them. And I'm telling you that they will be betrayed handsomely.
Okay, before I ask that we go on this break, do you think I'm trying to find the right word? Do you think there is a reason? Because I know I don't want to mention anybody's name, said that he voted for Mr. Peter in the last election, but it was a foolish decision. And should I call it a cliche, was repeated. Na keta hapụla ọtọ ndị Igbo. It makes it look like, I don't want to call it even a zoning thing, and then Messi a tomba, no one bogi or bulun can there. Do you think that something is missing? Maybe amongst our elites, that they should be communicated and put to know about. Because oftentimes, just like somebody like you, if you say something, a number of persons will align with you because of the kind of figure you are and perceived by many. So it is with them actually. When they say things, whether by virtue of hunger, whether by virtue of people they've been able to empower in previous times, some persons will also align with them. Is there a knowledge we need to communicate to our elites to understand that P2B it's not about tribalism or ethnicism, right? It's about the right man we can find at the moment for the right job.
You know, there's this is a syndrome
amongst the Igbo race.
Not just the Igbo race, that politics is a game of interest.
Okay.
And that is killing the democratic system in Nigeria. It's about interest. Now, nobody talks about competence. Nobody is talking about the man that would deliver the job. Now, if you are the best candidate, if you are the best man to do the job, because you will give me a slice of bread when you become the president, then I should vote for you. I don't know if you understand.
Sure, I'm with you.
Look at the security system of the country. Look at what is happening across the country. Of course, the elites they have enough money to get enough securities for themselves and their families. So it is not about the elites this time around. It is about the poor masses. There's no one who buys petrol from a different petrol station and at a different price. We all buy it at the same price. The same amount I buy bread is the same amount you buy.
The hike is affecting everybody.
It's affecting everybody. But because of selfish political interest. Now, it should not be by turn. It should not be about religion or ethnicity. It should be about the man who can be able to deliver. It should be about competence.
A lot is actually happening, and I don't know if you've wrapped up.
Yes.
A lot is happening, and I would like you to stick around. When we come back, we have a few more questions for Honorable Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi. And trust me, this is one of the programs I've always clamored for, where we begin to bring about objective and balanced sensitization for our people, so people can make choices on the basis of integrity, on the basis of virtue, on the basis of qualification, on the basis of the man who is ripe for the job. We'll be right back and go nowhere.
Elegance, no contest, no one can compare.
Hello, welcome back to the program. And in case you are just joining us, this is Our Voice podcast on I-95 Media brand. And I've been here discussing politics, I've been here discussing governance and government, I've been here discussing how best we can be able as a people to better our lives through electing a man who is competent, a leader who is competent, a leader who has virtues, a leader who can be able to objectively lead us like Moses from Egypt, like Canaan land. I just spoke as a Christian, and beside I have a priest with me here, Honorable Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi. Once again, welcome back to Our Voice podcast. Honorable, thank you for thus far. I'm going to come to you as an individual in politics because from 2006 until now, it's quite a number when it comes to years.
Yes.
So I would want to believe that you have a political interest as a person too.
Absolutely.
But before then, you said you've been to all continents of the world,
To the glory of God.
and every continent has countries in it.
Yes.
So it's a good reason to ask. How would you rate the countries you've been to and Nigeria? Being a politician yourself.
Judging from the places I've been, Nigeria shouldn't be a country yet. Yes.
A local government.
Nigeria shouldn't, I'm sorry to say, but we have leadership problem. Yes.
It's always been said.
We have leadership problem. Because you go to Asia, you see how things are done orderly, starting from the president down to the least political office holder. There is no exception. There is no first family. There is no ordinary citizen. Everyone is equal in the eyes of the law. There are systems that grant loans to people who are willing to school. Yes.
To people who are willing to school.
Yes.
Loans.
Yes. You want to go to school. There is a room for you to go to school. After schooling, there's a job waiting for you.
It's not like what I have over here.
While you're paying back your loan, there is a medical healthcare system, functional. There's a rapid response system. There's security, of course, that's what I mean. There's paramedics. They have everything at your beck and call. In Nigeria of 21st century, just snake bite kills people. Ordinary snake bite.
I like how you added the ordinary to it.
It is ordinary. There are things that shouldn't be taking lives in our present day Nigeria.
It's quite pathetic.
You go to hospital, we hear of hospitals without antivenom. And yet, virtually all our leaders have all their children abroad.
That's a big challenge.
Now, if you tell me that the system is working, if you tell me that the government in power is doing well, why are your family, your children and wife and husband, why are they not here with us?
A lot is to be said, though.
Because in Igbo land, we say, Nuzo de magana ganabo. So if your government is good to us, it should be good to your family too. Why go to seek medical health care outside of a place where you preside over, either as an executive or as whatever?
Some of these people don't even live in Nigeria.
And with the taxpayers' money. So who is deceiving who? It's just because our youth don't have this proactive attitude. Our youth are not yet ready to take over power from these oppressors.
Speaking on youths, I would have to leave my other question to get to this. Being a young person yourself, let's now get to you. I know you have political ambitions, I believe it. Do you mind us getting to know, telling us about your political ambition? Are we expecting you at the red chambers, green chambers, or should we start from the grassroots?
Well, I am a grassroots man. I need to start from the grassroots. I am not desperate because to the glory of God, I've seen life. We have significant problems in the grassroots, ranging from cultism. That's the the basic form of insecurity right now in Anambra State, especially Obosi and Ogidi, where I come from. Idemili North.
And these are part of the factors that make up these kidnapping cases and
Of
stuff.
of course, there's a high level of out of school children. There are no jobs anywhere. No jobs anywhere. And yet we have government. Buildings are collapsing every day.
Honorable, sorry. When you say you want to start from the grassroots,
Yes,
we have the local government.
I want to contest for the House of Assembly to represent the good people of Idemili North.
With experience, I know you know. If it is just a person like you, and you don't have your kind, order of your kind as house members, do you think there will be a significant change?
Yes. You need one man to just say no.
Then others can follow.
One man to just say no and point at a direction that would lead to a better society. A one man that can show possibilities. A one man that can say in the midst of division there can be diversity. That is what we need. We don't need everybody. We just need one man to stand up. That's what we need.
What should the people of Idemili North expect differently from you, sir?
Well, the people of Idemili North has never witnessed any man called Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi. That's one different thing they would experience this time around. The man has never sat to represent the people. I often hear the House of Assembly members say that there is no money in the House of Assembly. Yet, after 4 years, they come out to contest, spending humongous amount of money in trying to go back where there is no money. So what are you going there to do if there is no money there? That's number one. Number two, as a House of Assembly member, you don't even know the powers you possess. You don't even know the assets you have.
I agree.
You can access any institution anywhere in the world as an elected member in Nigeria. There are grants everywhere. There are people, the Red Cross and the rest of them, Salvation Army, looking for places where security prone areas, erosion prone areas, to send poverty elevation materials. But you elect someone into the House of Assembly, he just goes there, take allowance, salary and the rest, embezzle
Maybe sing praises too.
embezzle constituency allowance. It shouldn't be all about constituency allowance. And then in the entire how many years, not even one foreign investment in a place as big as Idemili North. A place like Idemili North, you come into classrooms and you find no single chair and the children are sitting on the ground. There's no water, no primary health care, and we have a House of Assembly member. The time has come for the people to take back their local government. I am telling you, I am not coming out to contest. I'm coming out to win.
Wow.
I'm coming out to give my people hope. I'm coming out to show to them that we are not just big. We are the eye, we are the hope of this state. And I will do it to the glory of God.
I like that.
And many more of my kind will spring up
Exactly.
in 2027.
Exactly.
I bet you. There's going to be a revolution because it is time for us to change the society where everyone will be equal, where people will not have to beg for government to give them what is rightly theirs. The time has come and we will take the bull by the horn.
Interesting. Now, before we go, what would be your word for young people with respect to political engagements? Father saying, you can die drum, you can die drum. Somebody said to me that politics is very risky. I was even telling me, this one you are going close to politicians. Now, you know, some of those kind of thoughts. And it has made a number of persons to stay away from politics. What would be your advice to young people with respect to objective and sincere political involvement?
Well, just like you said, objective confrontation. They need to confront their oppressors. You can't just fold your arms and be spectators in your future.
Fold your arms and be spectators in your future.
Yes, this is our future. We were born into this system, and the same names we've been hearing when we were born,
We keep hearing
they are still here, and they are grooming their children to come and lead over us. And yet we have folded our arms and we are watching. And someone somewhere is telling me that the leaders of tomorrow. No.
What happens to now?
No. A child that was born in 1996, do you know how old he is now? So what I want to tell the youth, let us minimize the social media distractions. This person drank hypo, this one they drag this one do BBL and so on. That is why you could hear someone call Nigerian youths lazy, because we are not interested in politics. For you, for your voice to be heard, you have to be politically inclined. You have to be involved. You have to play a role, a strategic role in what is happening. You have to come into the field. You don't just come and cast your vote and go. Or you have to get involved. You have to engage. Because I am tired of hearing these old men call themselves stakeholders. Can someone be a stakeholder in your future? Now, because they are leaving the scene gradually, they are bringing their children to come and take over. And before you know it, their children will begin to spring up, House of Reps, governor, the next thing president, and then they still form that cabal.
Exactly.
Why? Because their father's father, their friends brought them into this circle. And it will be more difficult then than now to break such circle. So we have a space now. We have an opportunity. We have a time.
Now, before we take a bow, what will you say about ADC standing a chance both next year presidential election, and would you be running under ADC? Also?
Yes, I am an ardent. I'm an ADC member, but P2B runs in my vein. Until I see another P2B, the one I'm seeing now is the one I follow. As of today, we are in ADC, and I am very, very confident that all things being equal, he is going to emerge as the candidate of the party. But whatever happens, my loyalty for him is firm and rigid. I'm not shifting grounds.
Okay, it's been a very beautiful experience speaking with Honorable Emmanuel Ike Nwobosi, and I'm going to wrap with his last words. That's one thing that we actually need to learn. Let our loyalty be firm and be rigid insofar as it is unto a good cause. My name is Arenze Chukwu, and this is Our Voice Podcast on I-95 Studio. Stick around with us as we keep bringing you beautiful and interesting updates. Bye for now.